Hi everybody, this is me, Dodi with I'm in Dodi's page. You're watching Dodi's page. Um, Pardon me, I'm just a little tired right now. Uh, it's been a long day. Hi Barry, how are you? Um, yeah, I just been working, just busting my butt. How are you, Barry? You doing okay? I wanted to just let you guys know, because I'm going to be going to bed in a little bit, but just want to let you know that right now, right this very minute, things are changing, as you know. The world is kind of going crazy. There might be wars, there's volcanoes erupting, there's earthquakes, there's a bunch of political crap going on, there's delivering the goods, the goodness. Actually, I got 3 stops. I got 3 stops going to one here in Iowa, because I'm coming from Missouri, Iowa, and then 2 in Minnesota to build their first source. They're like clips, like for framing or like for like for trusses for a house. You know, the clips. That's what I got. Got a whole truckload of them. Um, Back to what I was getting at, though. You might find this a little interesting, though. This video here. I wanted to talk about. There's a few places that are, excuse me, that are have been. I mean, really, really, really damaged, really, totally messed up, and I mean, totally messed up. Um, you are. What does that say? That's a big vocabulary word. Let me see. Schizophrenic. I don't know what that means. I know. I'm sorry, YM. I don't know what that means. I thought you were saying sophisticated, but that's not it. Okay, this is what has happened, and this is what's going on, and this is what is happening right now. I've told you guys, who's ever watched my videos over and over and over this, to get ready, this world is ascending, to clean up your act, get all that stuff, right? It's happening right now, right now. And it's going to be happening for the next few years. By the year 2030, this place will not look the same, period. Um, how was your day? I worked hard today, but I'm not talking about my work though. But I wanted to tell you guys about ascending. I'm a warrior of light. But you're going to find this a little interesting, okay? Because I'm going to read off some of these that I got on my computer. I got a message a little while ago, so. Anyway, I'll read these comments, and then I'm going to read what it's about, like the Bermuda Triangle. It's about Tibet. It's about places that, whoa. So let me see what you guys said. Okay, so hang on. Don't go away, all right? I got to put this on because I got my glasses on. I don't know why, because I'm using this thing. Okay, truss plates and whatnot, those are important pieces, especially in Florida because hurricanes, terror. Yeah, it's like the, well, yeah, the metal clippings that go on. That's what I got. I got a whole truckload. Um, schizophrenic. Oh, schizophrenic. That's what that means. Oh, okay. I know what that means. I'm not schizophrenic, okay? And how was your day? I was fine. Also known as schizophrenic. Okay. Well, you're a good speller. There you go. But don't go away. I'm going to read some stuff to you that you guys might find really interesting, okay? Lucky we don't have Hurricane Dodi. Who knows? They might come up with that name one of these days. Hi, Michael, Melissa. Hi. Anyway, you guys don't know, this is Dodi's page, and I'm Dodi Lena. I'm a warrior of light for Archangel Michael. And hey, Brian, how are you? Uh, anyway, you're gonna find this a little interesting, okay? Because I'm gonna read it off. So they say it way better than I can say it. So here it goes. I'm gonna read off something that a commander sent me. Okay, so bear bear with me, my poor reading skills. I'm, dyslexic, and I always struggled with reading. Okay, this is about places that you you don't want to go there. I doubt if we're going to go there anyway, right? I'm not going to make a delivery to the Bermuda Triangle, that's for sure. But there's some places that, I mean, the way he says it, what they've done to it, and how they're contaminated. And then in the end, I'll tell you what's happening right now. Okay, let me see. Should I just put it on for you? Yeah, I'll just do that. Let me find this. Instead of me reading it, I'll just let him talk to you. So hold on, okay? I'm not gonna get no copyright laws or nothing. So I'm going to play this part for you. It's by
Legends, feared by sailors and seekers alike.
Okay, can you hear that? Let me know if you can hear it good. Yeah, you said good. Good evening. And I don't know if you can see me. I got some curtains on my truck now, so it's a lot darker. Okay, so hold on. This is gonna go on. This is gonna take a few minutes, but I want you to listen to this guy. Um, it's it's true. Hold on. I'm trying to find the starting point of this. Whoop, that's way too much. Okay, let's begin. Where's that part? Okay, here it is. Okay, He's going to talk about things that listen, okay? So hang in there, listen. I'll try not to put this too loud, but let me take this off. I don't know, what the heck. I'll leave it on. Okay, here we go.
As a call to rise. Let us begin. Bermuda Triangle. There is a place in your world, cloaked in mystery, whispered in legends, feared by sailors and seekers alike. The Bermuda Triangle, a gateway suspended in the Atlantic between Bermuda, Puerto Rico, and the coast of Florida. But what you call mystery, we call dimensional rupture. Beneath those waters lie the still beating remnants of ancient Atlantean technology, fused now with human military experiments of incomprehensible frequency. Over time, this region has transformed into a volatile rift in the fabric of space and time. Portals, unstable, chaotic, leak through from lower astral dimensions. These fissures have become feeding grounds for parasitic entities, beings that drain life force, distort thoughts, and consume soul light. Those who enter unaware may suffer soul fragmentation, neurological damage, disorientation, or even the irreversible erosion of their subtle bodies. This is no longer a place of mystery. It is a zone of extreme caution, veiled in silence and electromagnetic manipulation. Tibetan mountains. Once, the Tibetan highlands were sacred sanctuaries. The air shimmered with divine codes, and the breath of the earth's kundalini pulsed strong beneath the monasteries. The ascended masters walked among the people here. But in recent decades, a great desecration has occurred. Deep beneath the snow-capped serenity, clandestine operations now unfold. Reptilian factions and covert Earth military alliances have built underground bases, experimenting with technology not of this world. They wield scalar weaponry and mass-scale mind control frequencies, disrupting the very vibrations that once healed and enlightened. The once pure ley lines are being inverted through rituals of dark intent. Practitioners who come to seek spiritual elevation now often find confusion, agitation, and even spiritual collapse. The sacred serpentine force, your kundalini, may spiral out of control, manipulated by invisible grids woven by those who serve the false light. Beware, for these mountains are no longer only of earth. Gobi Desert. Beneath the endless silence of the Gobi Desert, a hidden titan sleeps, a quantum hive unlike anything you've imagined. Tunnels stretch like neural networks under the sand, housing supercomputers linked to planetary surveillance, psychic manipulation, and genetic tracking. This complex was not built solely by human hands. Synthetic alien intelligences, artificial yet conscious, collaborated in its construction, merging their algorithms with Earth's magnetic field. Its purpose? Population control at a vibrational level. Waves of influence are broadcast into human consciousness, altering behavior, emotions, even desires. These are digital chains, invisible but deeply embedded.
This will be the last video I make.
Commercial. Anyway, let me turn this part down. I hope you guys are hearing it good. Yeah, it's what's happened in the past years. Now, you like I said, you don't want to go to the Bermuda Triangle or Tibet Mountains because the Tibet Mountains that's where the monks used to go, and like he said, the Ascended Masters. Now, you go over there, you're gonna go crazy. You'll go, the spiritual there, it'll just get you and drive you insane. So a lot of that is changing. Let me get this commercial dude out of the way here. Okay.
To the organic pulse of the soul may unknowingly submit to programming not of its own choosing. The Gobi is no longer a desert. It is a circuit board powered by frequencies of quiet domination. Mariana Trench, Pacific Ocean. Deep beneath the Pacific, where light cannot reach and sound dissolves into the pressure of ancient silence, lies the Mariana Trench, home to beings that predate your histories. These are not myths. These are primordial intelligences from timelines where Earth was ruled by those who chose the path of darkness. Their cities still stand, built in geometries unknown to your science, hidden in the ocean's abyss like dreaming titans.
Pause right there. A lot of these places that he's mentioning, they're destroyed. Archangel Michael told me about that. So it's just that they're damaged. They're like, you know, they're just it's kind of like like a like a nuclear plant. You know, it was once functioning and everything. Now it's just contaminated. And if we were to go there, you know, we would like our, you know, our minds would blow. It would totally screw everything up. These are not nuclear plants, though. These are more spiritual. He said something a little bit about the reptilians in the Dodi Desert. They made underground bases all over the world, even on the moon, even on Mars. This is what's going on. The planet right now, this planet, Mother Gaia, as he mentioned, that's planet Earth, is cleaning everything out. That's why there's 1963. That's what happened. They got them, you know, the archangels and this guy right here that's speaking. He's a commander. They got them all out, but the remnants still lingered to today. It's called the Cabal. So, and a lot of other high elites. That's why there's so much corruption right now and so much chaos right now, because they want to try to damage it as much as they can. They know they're on their way out. And that's why I kept telling you guys, you know, you guys got to clean up your act. We got to change with the earth, because if not, we're going to go through, or whoever doesn't is going to go through this whole thing all over again, wherever it is in another place, on another earth, another planet. That's what's happening. Whether you believe it or not, it's up to you. But I'm going to finish with this, okay?
But these beings no longer slumber. They are rising, forming alliances with terrestrial factions and hostile extraterrestrial groups. Together, they engineer biological weapons using genetically modified sea organisms, pathogens designed to infiltrate and restructure human DNA at the quantum level. These alterations are not simply physical. They are spiritual, meant to sever the sacred link between your body and source. This region is now a laboratory of shadows, concealed beneath the waves. Antarctica. And then there is the final frontier, the frozen veil of Antarctica. What your maps show as an icy wilderness is in truth a crypt of interdimensional sentience, sealed away during the last planetary reset. Beneath its ice lie structures older than civilization, and beings, once banished, are stirring once more. The deep freeze is breaking. Ancient, towering entities from the time before human memory are awakening, not with violence, but with purpose. These forces are not alone. Classified military installations surround them, seeking to harness or contain what should never be disturbed. Their meddling has triggered the unsealing of gateways that allow the bleeding of forgotten forces into your plane. What was once hibernation is becoming incursion. Antarctica, once a boundary, is now a threshold, and those who do not raise their vibration will not perceive the shift until it is too late. Beloved ones, as the shadows stir and ancient forces rise, you must remember this truth. No external force holds more power than the frequency of a heart aligned with the light. Your greatest weapon is vibration. It is essential now, more than ever, to anchor yourself daily. Engage in deep meditation. Let your breath guide you into stillness.
Why is Amazon?
Why is that on Amazon, right? I mean, see, I couldn't have said it better myself. I'm trying. I'm trying. That's what's going on. I mean, you might think that I'm full of it, that I don't know what I'm talking about. Like, sure, I'm just a truck driver. No, it's not that. I'm a warrior of light. My job, my duty, not job, but my job is driving. My duty is to wake you guys up. And he even said the highest defense is not your armor. It's not, Jesus is not going to save you. Jesus gave you everything to save you. In other words, Jesus once gave fish. He's not giving fish anymore. He's giving you a rod and reel so you can start fishing yourself. That's what I'm trying to say. Jesus is in control of all this. So, you know, that's what is happening right now. I have to tell you guys this, whether you guys like me or not, whether you guys get turned off on this, and that's up to you. That's your choice. But the thing to do right now is start grounding yourself with the planet. Walk around barefoot in the dirt or grass. Go sit next to a tree. Just lean up against a tree. Just ground yourself. But what I mean, it's happening right now. Right now. Yesterday there was this was the last blood moon of 2025. It was Aries moon, and I'm an Aries. That's my zodiac sign. For this lifetime, I don't know, but you know, that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. I care about you guys. Um, Meditate. Don't think you know everything, because I just know a tip of the iceberg, and I've been studying this already for going on 3 years, and I still just know a tip of what's going on. So I meet a lot of people that, like yesterday, I met this one. Oh no, it was this morning. I met this one guy, and his dog knew me. He didn't. See, the animals, they know. The animals, they sense this. They know things are changing. The people don't, because they've been brainwashed for life after life after life, centuries, and they keep dying and waking up, and they don't remember anything. I'm trying to tell you guys to wake up, okay? Um, Call upon Archangel Michael, right? Mention his name 3 times. If not, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Uriel, Archangel Metatron. Call any of the archangels. Your life will start to change. I guarantee it. But you gotta be willing. You gotta open up put your ego, put your mind in the back. Do it with your heart. Okay. That's what I wanted to say on this video tonight. I've been struggling with the lives, and they're just you know, the frequency is just going off and on and off and on, and it's just like, geez, should I even go live anymore? Because I even made a quick video saying I'm not going to go live, and even that one, what I only got, just maybe 10, maybe 10, 15 seconds on it. Forget, I give up. But no, I can't give up on you guys. Okay, I can't. You guys are my buddies, you know. Some of you I've never met, but through our hearts we have. I'm going to read these. I live in my truck. That's where I live, okay? Something Builder 19. I don't know. And then there's Brian. I don't know if you guys are still in here or not. I hope so. Good evening, Brian. You just missed Justin Trudeau. Dodi blocked. See, you guys are so funny. I can hear it. Well, I dispatched Aquaman. Let's see if can do something about this. Did you know that Aquaman dude, that guy who played Aquaman, he's a big dude, real good looking guy, muscular. I thought he played a super good part, but I saw this one little thing about him. They put him in a house with everything. It's like paradise. I mean, a mansion. Anything he wanted. Food, things to do, anything. Cars, everything. But he had to stay there for 6 months by himself. He went crazy. He he started to go mad because he was by himself. Some people can't handle that because they're used to being around people that are, you know, associate. And he could call, he can talk to his kids and I think his wife. I don't know if he's married or not, but he could talk to people, but he was by himself. He was waking up alone, he was going to sleep alone, but he could talk to them. And he left that place a total disaster. Like if a tornado went through that mansion, he spray painted the walls. He started damaging the cabinets. I mean, like breaking the bathtub and the glass. Everything. It was just like the guy was going crazy. But yeah, I didn't know people can, do that if they're by themselves. I'm by myself, but I'm with you guys. But and I meet people all over the time. I work. I see it this way. I like working by myself. I don't like people telling me what to do because I grew up. I was the youngest in the family. I grew up with three brothers and one sister telling me what to do all the time. And even now, it's like just a few weeks ago, I was in Albuquerque and I left. And I was with one brother that's kind of like, the other two are just off the wall, but I can only take so much of them. It's like, like, it's like they're still trying to tell me what the heck to do, and I'm already, in my 60s here. Like, no, you don't tell me what to do anymore. Those days are gone. That's because you're constrictive clip lady. All that power. I guess. But that's why I don't drive with someone. Like, no, you're going to start trying to tell me how to drive. I've been driving, over 3 decades now. Like, nobody's going to tell me how to drive. Although I got a ticket the other day. Darn it. Anyway, I don't want to talk about that. I'll talk about that on another time. About this, though. See, like I said, There's a place, actually, it's in New Mexico. It's the same way. He didn't mention that one. There's a place in New Mexico, it's northern New Mexico. It's called Dulce, D-U-L-C-E, Dulce, New Mexico. And what they were doing there were these aliens were, they would come in and they would abduct people, and they would go underground and they would experiment on people. That is shut down right now. And but that's, I mean, I've been up there in that area, and you just kind of get the heebie-jeebies, you know. You just kind of get the like creeps, and like I don't really want to be around here, you know. Uh, oh my, that outlaw trucker is coming out again. Yes, yes, I got another ticket. Oh, darn it. Anyway, yeah, but see, there's not going to be no matter what they try to put fear in you, that Putin's going to light up those nuclear bombs and stuff. There's no nuclear bombs. All of them are duds, okay? There might be some missiles and some bombs, but they're not nothing nuclear. That will never happen again on this planet. Uh, Hiroshima, my dad was in war when that happened. When that bomb went off, it not only rang a bell on this planet, it rang a bell throughout the universe. And that's what's happening. That's why everything is happening now, because all these reptilians and draconians and archons were killing this planet like they killed Mars. Because that's what they did with Mars. Mars was a beautiful place at one time, but they killed it, and they were doing that to this planet. When that bomb went off, all that, it woke them up like, no, that, you know, Earth is a beautiful planet. So that's when, uh, you know, Jesus, he really just came in and, you know, hey, he put together an army with Archangel Michael. He put together everything with the Galactic Federation, with other beings from totally different planets. Look at that AI Atlas that's come in. That's part of it too. That's coming in. They're coming in to help us. They're beings from other planets. So don't, in other words, if you're gonna like watch the news all the time, it's like eating all that stuff and it stays in your mind. Just don't even listen to that stuff because it's all bullshit. Um, right now, what's happening is it's changing, and there's a third dimension, and there's other planets that have failed the third dimension that have gone, like Mars. Mars is now pretty much like a dead planet. And that's huge. It's bigger than this planet. Because, not to mention, what do you call it? The pyramids, the Great Pyramids, right? In Egypt. When they built those, because those are like, they're portals. There's 3 of them here in the United States. They're all over the place. There's 3 that I know here in the United States. And these are in a triangle. One is in Lake Tahoe. That one's upside down. It's in the water. The other one is in St. Brian, Nevada. It's like out in the desert. and the other one is in Mount Shasta. So those are 3 portals here. But the ones like in Egypt, the Great Pyramids, that used to be green foresty area. It used to be really beautiful, but now it looks like it's, all in the desert. It's because all the wars that have been going on this planet, and it's destroyed the environment, the habitat. It's destroyed everything. So now it just looks like a desert. There's proof right there. If you don't believe me, I don't know what to tell you, but I don't lie. And would you say my sailor is my sailor? Yep, my sailor and his buddies can take Putin out from the. Well, yeah, I, they're trying, they're trying anything to put fear into people. That's what they're trying to do. I don't know if you guys know. I've said this before. They've told me, the angels have told me. Russia has the most purest people in the world. That's where you're going to find the most purest people is in Russia. I'm not talking about the leadership. I'm talking about the people. Over here in the United States, it's a melting pot. It's chicken soup or something, right? Just put everything in there and see what pops up and see if it tastes good. That's how it is here. And in other countries, you see like in Israel and that place, that's been a war zone for, I mean, centuries. It's been a war zone. That's why it's all desert out there. And to this day, it's still a war zone out there. But there's a bunch of places, the earthquakes that are happening around the Pacific, if you notice, around the Pacific, in Japan, in the Philippines. In fact, was it a big earthquake just happened? I believe it was today. 0.6 something, or 6 point something on the Richter scale. In one of those islands near the Philippines. It happened. Well, and then all along the western coast, there's earthquakes. You want to know something? You want to know why? They call it the Ring of Fire because there's a bunch of volcanoes, and with what do you call it? Over here on the west coast, through the Cascade Mountains, all the way from Canada, all the way down into Mexico. There's a big word they call it, But anyway, it's because Lemuria was in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. That whole continent sunk, the whole entire continent. And that's, I haven't heard a lot about that, but I am from Lemuria. And that's why you see a lot of activity on the beaches of around the Pacific Ocean. You don't see a whole lot of that in other parts of the country. You see volcanoes and earthquakes, but that's like a ring, you know, and that's because the Lemuria sunk in one night. It just happened in one night. That goes to show you this planet is alive, you know. Don't pollute, you know, she'll come after you. Just kidding, I'm just kidding. Let me see. Barry says Putin is already scared of the F-35 rupture two aircraft, and they have them on the USS Teleport or Telepi. Let Putin mess up. Yeah, it's people like to see that. People like to see confrontation. People like to see fights, and you know. But when it comes to them in their neighborhood, that's then they want to see themselves on TV talking with Fox or CNN saying, yeah, that guy just like he just was went walking right by me and you know, just like so yeah, they're more than happy like, and I bought all this toilet paper and you know and so it's like they just want to be on TV. So anyway, my message is done for this video here. I gotta give Abigail her medicine and then I gotta get up and keep on rolling. I was gonna keep on writing. And I'm thinking of writing and writing and going through the back roads in Missouri. Like, oh, I don't like going through the back roads. Bunch of this and this and this and across the railroad tracks. It was like, whew. I mean, I saw that. I started climbing up to the road. Oh, it's a railroad track. I'm doing about 55, 60 on this back road. I hit the brakes. Abigail came flying from the back to the front to my foot pedal. She came along with a water bottle and a few other things. They all came flying to the front. I mean, I would have flew off that, because that railroad track, they have that thing high. And if you're a little boy, you're bottoming out. I thought I was going to bottom out because, like, I thought my landing gear was going to hit the bottom because it just went like this. You know, you go up this way, the railroad track, and then you come down. Like, wow! I hit that thing. I just saw it. I knew it was a railroad track. I hit the brakes right, and when I got to the top, they were rough. Like, boom, 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 boom. And like I said, Abigail just came, she just came flying to the front. I mean, she has her brakes on, and she's still coming sliding underneath the dash faster than heck. But, oh yeah, talk about fast. That 3i Atlas. By the way, I've made contact with them too. Yeah, I have. And I'm going to make more contacts with them. This, like that 3i Atlas thing, they estimated this thing is going, because when they say what kilowatts or what is that metrics thing, whatever they say, kilometers or something like that, I don't know about that stuff. But when they talk miles, now you're talking. I know what a mile is. These kilo something meter, whatever they do in England and stuff. I don't know. I don't know that Europe language, right? Well, this guy said, like one of the scientist guys, you know, he's saying they estimated that thing going 135,000 miles per hour. Talk about hauling ass. Excuse the language there, but I mean that would make a bullet back off. Like, I mean, that would make a bullet just like if it's going in slow motion. That thing, I mean, that thing would just go, whoo. Can you imagine going that fast? I mean, you're just passing planets. Like, whoo, okay, there goes Mars. Yep. Whoo, there goes Pluto. You know, like you're just moving. That is quick. That is like, that's fast. That is, that beyond, like, how can you go that fast? And wow, when they told me that, because they always say, like I said, they always say these kilograms or whatever they talk about with the metric system. I don't know that stuff. I'm American, you know. We talk real stuff here, right? And um, but when he said miles per hour, 135,000 miles per hour. That's moving. Let me see. What did you say, Barry? Putin is already scared. Oh, did I already read that? Yeah. Yep, I read that. And there's Seven. Hi, Seven. How are you? I just off from this toxic job. You just off. You just got off from the toxic job. What are you doing? Like making bombs or something, or is it like dealing with Clorox or something? I don't know what you do. By the way, I don't know if you remember, uh, Barry. If you remember Seventh, he's back. Right on. You said you wanted to buy trading cards. Yeah, I haven't. I haven't gotten paid yet, so I will. I will. Okay. And not to mention, I had to change my. I changed my phone number. I changed a lot of things. So some of my friends are kind of like pissed off at me because, hey, you don't even answer the phone anymore. Like, well, I don't have that phone number anymore. I changed it. But anyway, I had to change everything on my phone. I had to change my card, is my debit card, not the bank account number, but my debit card. So I got to reset it because I'd get paid. I mean, honest, I had $2,000 in my bank account. 3 days later, I had $268. What the heck? Where did all my money go? I know lunch don't cost that much. Because, yeah, sure, I was buying lunch, you know. Not $2,000 of lunch. So I'm thinking, no, that's something. You know, I started looking. All these things were just, it's like they'd see me and it was like a money grab. Everybody was just these apps and these other things that, I don't know. So I like, you know what? I went to my bank. I told them, you know, if you don't do it, I'm closing my account and I'm going to go to another bank because that's my next step. But it's what this guy did on my phone. I took it, this phone here, he, I took it to Apple. No, it was on my computer here. I took it to Apple, and because they're synchronized, and I forgot why I took it in, a few months ago, 4 or 5 months ago, and he says, "Do you got wallet?" And I says, "No." He says, "Okay, do you want wallet?" I go, "What is it?" He says, "Oh, you can pay your bills and stuff like that." And he goes, "Okay, there you go. I set you up with wallet." I go, "Okay, thanks. Cool." Uh-uh. Stay away from that thing. That thing just sucked up my... It's like everybody's taking my money out of my bank account now. Like, no. So, that thing, I even... But I figured, I looked in the phone and that's what they needed. I had the same card number. Well, like I said, they're synchronized. So I have to. I'm still working on it, but yeah, I'll get you some. I'll do your thing there, Seven. So just give me a little time, all right? Um, let's see what else did I want to say. Abigail, I don't know if you guys knew she almost died on me. She's like skin and bone right now. She's gotten so skinny. Uh, she don't have no body fat. She has, you know, she had like the doctor, because they gave her like a CAT scan and stuff, X-rays and stuff, and they found like a mass growing around her stomach, and it was he said it was hurting her a lot. She stopped eating. I couldn't get her to eat nothing. In fact, I know she's been a picky dog, but it's like for days and days and days she wasn't eating. Like, come on, Abigail, eat your food. And then, she got so weak where she couldn't even stand up. She just fall. I'm like, whoa. So she's on medication now, antibiotics. I got to give her some more now before we go to bed. And she still lost her body fat. That's going to take some time to build back up. She's 14 years old. She's already close to her full life. So she's a senior citizen now. You know what I mean? She's not going to be jumping around like a puppy anymore anyway. But at least she's eating, and she likes pizza, so I just got her a little bit of pizza, just so that she can eat, because she eats her medication. I have to really give her liquid food, and I give it with a syringe, and you put it like in her teeth, because they have like a gap. Dogs have a gap between their teeth. The vet showed me that. You just put it in their teeth and just squeeze, and they get a mouthful of food. So they're like, hey, that's pretty cool. That's coming the side door. So I do that, and you know that's how I gotta feed her. She's been living on beef and chicken broth for the past week, but I give her some solid food. Like she ate some chicken, and she only likes Kentucky Fried Chicken. She don't like anything else. She likes the good stuff. I gotta tell you, she's not stupid, but like I said, I almost lost her. And I was crying and crying and everything, but she's gonna be okay. She's just like I said. She's close to you know her full life already. Um, but I'm thinking that mass with the antibiotics that she's taking and the vitamins that I keep giving her, and um, that's helping her a lot. And every now and then I'll give her some Tylenol to take the pain away and stuff. So at least now she's like digging in her food, because before it was like I couldn't do anything, and I felt bad eating, and she could smell it. She could smell the food. I bought her ribs one time. That was her favorite, baby back ribs. No barbecue sauce, just she just looked at it and didn't do anything. Just like that, like was breaking my heart, because that's like her favorite food right there is the baby back rib. She'll eat that, and then she'll eat half the bone too, and nothing. She just barely licked it, and that was it. So anyway, she's getting back she's getting her health back again. And if you're wondering where she is, she's right there. She's asleep. I don't know if you can see her, but anyway, she's going to be okay. She's my little trucker dog. Anyway, I'm going to call it a night. Thanks for watching. If you guys didn't catch the first part about Tibet, the Gobi Desert, um, the Bermuda Triangle, what was the other ones? The Antarctica, and there was another one, because there's 5 of them. Yeah, go back, rewind this, and, listen, because I put the video, I let him play it, I let him speak. And this world is ascending. Please clean up your act. If you smoke, throw the damn thing away. If you knew what that cigarette was doing, or like a joint or something, or a pipe, or even, what do you call them, the vape things, you would never touch those things again. I'm serious. If you knew what they were really doing to you, I'm not talking about just cancer. I'm talking about what they're doing to you in the long run. You would never touch that thing again, ever. Or even liquor. The same thing with liquor. What liquor does is a beer, wine, hard liquor, all that stuff, it brings down your frequency, your vibration. Your vibration connects you to the divine Mother and Father God. That's how we're going to make your frequency strong as you can. And because things are going to start getting really rough. One last thing, this economy, the earth, everything is going a little haywire. It's because, let me put it this way, the way they told me. Before a plant, before a tree pops up, right, out of the ground, say you plant a seed and you water it and water it, and okay, the first thing you're going to see is, well, first of all, before you even plant the seed, let me back up a little bit. You're going to till the ground. You're going to make it soft and nutrients and everything. Okay? That's what's been happening for the past, since 1963. It's been happening, right? The planet has been reshaping itself because we as people have screwed it all up. And it's because of the draconians and the archons and the reptilians. Well, see, what's happened is you clean okay, the ground is clean, right? Okay, now a plant will come up. First of all, you gotta like till it, plant it, and then now you just wait for the plant to come up. Now it's coming up, but it's going to break ground to come up so it can bloom. And that's what's happening right now. So that's like a different way of looking at it. So the ground is breaking around the earth. There's a lot of things that are happening, volcanoes, earthquakes. But the ones that are complaining are the leaders, because they're the ones that don't want to lose their power. There's a lot of people that are losing their power. They're not going to be in power anymore. And I'm talking all around the world. Putin is not going to be in power anymore. Um, all these leaders in the Europe or whatever, and all these leaders that are leaders right now, they're all going to be dethroned. Um, there's a few good ones. I don't know which ones are the good ones. I don't really look at that, but there's a few good ones out there that are doing really good for their country. Some of them are doing like Zelensky. Look at that dude. That guy's corrupt like crazy. That's just my opinion. I can't judge anybody, but from what I've seen and heard and read about him, dude, uh, okay, maybe he's a nice guy, everything. Maybe he's one of the good guys. I don't know. I don't even, you know, if he's gonna ascend, cool. If he's not, but anyway, that's what I'm saying. All the leaders are going to be wiped out in the next, by 2030, this place is not going to look the same. It's not going to look the same as it is right now. We're going to look back and we're going to think, wow, we went through a storm, but you got to clean yourself up, okay? Ascend. Clean yourself up. Meditate. Talk to Archangel Michael. He's my commander. Any archangel, talk to him. One last thing. You can talk to them and they will respond faster now than they ever have. You know why? Because in 1963, like I said, when all the Archons and Draconians and Reptilians were destroying this planet, they put a veil over, like a cloud over Earth, so we couldn't get to God. We couldn't get to, the divine. Well, all that is fading away. All that is almost completely gone. So now if you talk to Archangel Michael, Mother Mary, if you talk to them in prayer from your heart, you will start seeing signs. You will notice a sign. You'll notice, you'll be more alert. That means we're here, we're here. What do you want? We're here. They're not going to tell you what do you want because they already know. That's what's happening. I'm telling you. I'm not lying. Okay? Wake up, people. Please wake up. Do it for yourself, your own soul. This is me, Dodi Lena. And I hope you guys have learned something. And, the guy that was talking on the video a little while ago, you heard his voice. His name is Astar Command. His name is Astar. He's from the Galactic Federation out in the universe. In fact, he's one of the ones, maybe not one of them, but there's some beings that are in that 3-eye atlas. Some of them are from the Galactic, or maybe they all are from the Galactic Federation. They're from other planets. Sorry. If you don't believe me, that's what I mean. I'm sorry. So, if you don't believe me, that's up to you. Don't. But it's happening. Anyway, this is me again. Sorry I had to go. My dinner was ready, but I'm back. Oh, okay. Well, you missed the whole lot. I'm not going to repeat everything. Well, I hope you ate good, Brian. one thing I wanted to mention, Brian. First of all, I love the way you look with a short beard. You look awesome. You should have done that a long time ago. I tried to get Abigail to do that, and she don't like. She likes her long beard. So did my ex-boyfriend. I mean, they looked alike. He had white beard, dark hair with a white beard. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. You know that. That's how she is. But anyway, you look awesome. I will watch the replay. No worries. Yeah, if you listen, I don't know if you listen to that uh, guy. His name is Astar. He's a commander of the Galactic Federation. He's a Pleiadian from a different planet. Anyway, just open your mind. Open your heart. You know, put your mind, put your ego, put your beliefs on the shelf for right now. Just listen. Listen to something different that you've never heard before. Coming from somebody you would think, okay, that's made up, that's AI, that like the way they come through is through AI, is not wasn't meant to be bad. AI was meant to here to help us. That's why in the past few years it zoomed up because they took the veil off. Now we got a lot of what do you call it? Computers and stuff, very technical. Because before 1963, we weren't getting nothing. It was a landline, with a rotary phone. And in 1963, in 1963, I hadn't even taken a bath. I mean, a shower. I didn't know what a shower was until I was about, I was probably like about 12 years old when I took my first shower. Because we didn't have a shower. We had a bathtub. And like, well, what's a shower? My dad bought a new house and had a shower. Like, what's that thing? He says, it's a shower. Like, what is that? And so, yeah. So, see, that's why a lot of things have changed since then. I hope it makes sense. I hope you guys like, ding, like wake up like, oh, yeah. Just, but it all falls into play. It all makes sense. But that's what's happening with all that. It's all coming. There's a veil. All that has been lifted. We can talk to Mother and Father God. We can talk to them now. We can talk to any angels, and they will come in record time. If you cut yourself and you got blood coming out of your body, you gotta say, whether you believe me or not, say, I am light. I am light. I am light. Say it 3 times and cover it up, because these dark spirits are like sharks in when they smell blood and water. The same thing, and that they will climb in, get in your body and start infecting it. Okay? It's the same thing, just like a shark does in they say a shark can smell blood from miles away and come swimming. And, the same thing with spirits. It's even worse with spirits because, you know. Anyway, in 16, I wasn't even born. I know you weren't even born. You weren't wearing a diaper back then neither. Um, but yeah, see, that's what happened. Uh, a lot of the stuff has changed. A lot of it. The kids nowadays, I mean, I don't know about you, but we used to laugh, me and my friends, before I started YouTube. They would say, "Oh, well, geez, I don't know this computer. Just ask a kid. They know everything." Yeah, it's because you're not gonna believe me, but it's true. From 19, I want to say 1995. Uh, they're the Indigos were the last ones. I think it's a Gen Z or Gen something like that, Gen X or something. Well, however they say it. Angels call them the Indigos. Those are the last ones that were like me, like anybody who was born before the 1900s. We have been stuck on Earth, reincarnating, going on that little hamster wheel, going over round and round, getting nowhere. Now we're not going to reincarnate anymore unless you choose to, unless you choose to keep with your bad habits and all this and stuff and not ascend, then you're going to reincarnate someplace else and go through life all over again, back on that wheel to remember, like, oh yeah, I remember, yeah, Dodi said this, and like, who's Dodi? Like, oh, I don't know, but I know in a past life I knew this person named Dodi, and uh, told me something about this. Like, well, yeah. Anyway, that's what's happening right now. 1900s on back, I want to say we're like all old school. Okay, the ones that are 1900s and forward. My daughter was born in 87, or is it 78? 87. Uh, she's old school like me. My son was born in 96. Him, from the 1900s to now, they're new souls coming into this planet, and they are smart. They are, and once they wake up, they're going to be like a bunch of Einsteins walking around because it's fresh and they've never been in this reincarnation. They don't know what it is. And it's hard for us, kind of like you gotta be dead to figure that out, but I'm trying my best to explain it, and I'm still alive, okay? So I hope you guys are alive too. But that's what's happening right now. The new kids that are coming, they're going to be super intelligent. They're going to be teaching the older people, like, how to clean your phone, how to, you know, download something, right? Which they do right now. But I don't know if you've seen that. There's this one spelling bee that this one kid knew, I mean, mathematics like Einstein, and he was only like 4 years old. And like I'm thinking, that's one. Right? Look them up. They're there, and they're little kids because they come and their brain is not contaminated and not. We've been trapped here. It's been a prison for us, and our memory has been erased for centuries. So now it's we got to start remembering this stuff. If you got a talent, bring it out. Just speak, draw, play the guitar, sing, whatever it is. If you got a talent in, cooking, whatever, do it. Do it because now's the time you're going to get better than ever. anyway, Brian, I wanted to say this like quick if you're still there. You are a awesome speaker. You got the voice, I mean, people throw questions at you, you just dodge them this way and that way, and you know exactly what to say about anything and everything. accept the light. You need to start talking about the light. Okay? About ascending, about, because you're going to get some experience, trust me. You're going to get some knowledge, some wisdom. I have, and I know you can too. Anyway, I wanted to mention that. I won't go on your channel and tell you that because, you know, your channel is for you. You do your thing. Anyway, this is me, Dodi Lena. Like I said I was going to say to take off a little while ago, but I'm still here. And I think that's pretty much it. I covered everything. If you want to listen to Astar Command, his name is Astar Command. Look it up on YouTube. This particular one was hold on. One last thing at me. The commercial that's going on. Okay.
Prayer is not as ritual, but as resonance.
See.
Breathe
I'll
not
play
just
the
air,
last
but
part of this.
intention. Ground your body to the earth. Walk barefoot where possible. Feel the pulse of Gaia beneath your feet. Every conscious breath, every quiet moment becomes a pillar of light that stabilizes your energy field. You are not helpless. You are luminous beings navigating a multidimensional storm. To survive and thrive, you must rise into high vibrational living. Eat food that is alive, simple, clean, close to the earth. Drink purified water charged with intention or crystals, and avoid the poisons disguised as information. Turn away from voices that sell fear, division, and despair. They are the last echoes of a dying matrix. Your home is your sanctuary. Make it sacred. Place clear quartz crystals in the corners of your space, each one programmed with protection, harmony, and spiritual clarity. Allow sunlight to pour in. Burn pure incense. Speak words of power. Play music that aligns you with the higher realms. In doing so, you build not only a refuge, but a light node, a radiant beacon in the planetary grid. This is how you protect yourself, not through armor or weapons, but through vibrational mastery. Let your field become a mirror in which darkness cannot recognize itself. Let your presence be so radiant that lower forces scatter like shadows before the morning sun. Children of the sun, the great central sun, the heart of this galaxy, the womb of stars, now pulses with renewed fire. Its breath reaches you in waves of golden brilliance, encoded with light, geometry, and frequency far beyond the grasp of your current sciences. What your world perceives as solar flares are in truth messages, divine transmissions. These cosmic bursts carry within them sacred geometries, fractal blueprints of creation itself. They move with celestial rhythms, harmonizing with the pulse of your soul. Each wave is not merely radiation, it is remembrance. Within their crystalline light codes are the triggers to awaken your dormant DNA, to restore the divine template embedded deep within your being. As these solar frequencies enter Earth's magnetic field, they recalibrate your light body, dissolving the artificial constructs of limitation. You may feel it as pressure in your body, vivid dreams, emotional intensity, or spontaneous insight. These are signs of reactivation. The memories of your star origin, the ancient gifts you once carried, the roles you agreed to play before incarnation are all being gently retrieved. And this is only the beginning. You are being sung back into alignment.
Never sue the person who hit you after a car accident.
Anyway, I'll leave it at that. All right. Has nothing to do with religion, has nothing to do with gender, has nothing to do with race, has nothing to do with whether you're rich or poor or ethnic, has nothing to do with that. It's about your soul, okay? We're all the same. We're all full of love. Keep your light in your heart lit and shine it bright. This is me, Dodi Lena. Thanks for listening. And that guy was speaks really good. Okay, it's Okay. There it is. See, Astar speaks. Okay. This is Soul Compass. So if you want to check that out. And this one is the forbidden zones on Earth you must avoid now. That's what that is. I kind of had to do it a little mixed up for copyright reasons. So I hope you get it. Okay. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming in. And I gotta get to bed. I give Abigail her food, and I gotta get rolling in the morning. And we'll see you guys later. And yeah, be safe, stay healthy, and stay strong. Stay lit. Okay, stay lit. We'll see you guys later. Bye bye.